Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks so much for joining me today for Flosstube 128, I believe. It is Tuesday, September 24th, September 24th, because my brother's birthday is on Thursday, and tomorrow is the death date of King Harald Hardrada of Norway at the Battle of Stamford Bridge, which I just happened to be teaching my students about this week because they're reading King Harold Saga. Serendipitous. This is my first sip of coffee. It's like 10 o'clock and I've already done work and I haven't had any coffee. Anyway, you're not here for any of that stuff. You're here for stitching. I have a finished object, a fully finished object. I'm going to talk about some stitching, but I'm not going to show it to you because it's a model. And then I have like boxes over here of stuff to show you. I bought things and received things. Oh, and I did some organizing, so I'll show you that too. Anyway, but before we get to that, I want to welcome my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on my crafty and artistic adventures, and welcome back to anyone who's been with me for however long you've been with me. It's been great to get to know you in the comments here on YouTube and also on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me at Dr_Christy, and that is linked below. I also have a Patreon where I do history and stitchy stuff, post a couple times a month. And sometimes I do Zooms and things like that. So if you're interested in learning more about the work I'm doing and supporting what I'm doing, you can find that down below. And then I'm also a pattern designer, a cross-stitch pattern designer, and some embroidery. And you can find that in my Etsy shop, which is also down below. And I'll be talking a little bit about that today. So with that, thanks for hanging out with me. All right, let's start with the stitching. My coffee's very hot. I have a finished object just in time for it to not be on sale anymore. I have my They Were Women pattern, which was part of the Stitchy Goodness Zine Witchcraft Edition. They didn't burn witches, they burned women. This was on sale throughout the months of like mid-July through mid-September. And then I don't remember what it says in my contract, but I believe I can offer this in the next like 60 to 90 days. So I will put this out in my Etsy shop when that is available, when I'm allowed to do that. But that is done. Look at that. Love it. I love it. I'm actually really proud of that the little flames. I would recommend that if you stitch this, it's not charted, but to put more little like sparks throughout here too. I feel like I could use it, but I didn't do that. So maybe when I release it to the public, I will add those, and I will add those to my model stitch. But I'm very excited. This is stitched on in the Called for DMC, and I think it's like a 18 count or 16 count. And this was just a I would get the remnant, like scrap bags from Color and Cotton. And so this was in one of those scrap bags. And so this was the whole piece that I got. It's not that big. And I absolutely should have done it this way because it would have fit. But I wasn't sure because I didn't know the exact count of this. And so I did it this way and used up the entire piece when I could have used this for another small. C'est la vie. We live and learn. But anyway, that is finished. C'est fini. I've been watching TV shows in French, like these like cop shows or like lawyer shows in French, and it's been really fun. I'm not great at French, so I do need subtitles, but I have been enjoying them. All right, and then I do have a finished object. Where is it? Right there. My Toot Your Own Horn pattern. I have finished it in a stained hoop. This is a 10-inch hoop, and this is stitched on a 32-inch, a 32 count, or a 36 count linen by Cedar River Linen and Design. But I don't remember which one it is. Overcast, maybe? I think it's Overcast. Because I try to stitch all of my medieval marginalia patterns. I try to model stitch them on the same fabric. Although I am a little afraid that for ooh, I have a little thing on there. For my current model stitch, which I'll talk about in a minute, I used a 36 count, and I think it may be slightly smaller than this. This may be a 32 count. I'm not sure anymore, unfortunately. I guess I can go back and look at like what I purchased. But anyway, he has been fully finished in a hoop. And I'm really sort of simple when I finish in hoops, if it's not like being sent to someone or being sold. So what I do is I just put another piece of fabric when I put it in the hoop. I put another piece of fabric behind my stitching. So that way when I press it in, there's no like stitching showing. And then I just do a running stitch around and tie a knot. Some people like cut really close and glue, but then you're like stuck with it, like literally stuck with it. And I don't like using glue on stitching if I don't have to. You never know. A lot of the glue that people use is not archival quality. And so like it'll yellow and possibly degrade the fabric, although in honesty, this wood isn't archival quality either. So it would also degrade the fabric. But there's just something about using glue that I don't like. No judgment if you use glue, but I don't like using glue. And I try to not use glue on any stitch pieces, if at all possible. If I can find it, I'll post a link up in the eye area here up top. I'm pretty sure I did a video on the different ways I finish my hoops and tutorial. So I'll post that up top. And if I remember it, if I can find it. But this is my Toot Your Own Horn or Butt Trumpet. And he is part of my Medieval Marginalia series. And he is hanging out behind me now. You can find him in my Etsy shop if you're interested in stitching him or any other slightly off-color Medieval Marginalia. Which brings me to the stitching I've been doing, which I cannot show you, is my next Medieval Marginalia stitch or pattern, which is called A Lady with a Secret, or guess what, ... I'm about 55% done on the model stitch. I do want to change some things about the pattern. This is why I model stitch my own stuff, because as I'm stitching, I'm like kind of looking at the mock-up over and over again and kind of judging, and I don't like a part of it. Not a part of the lady herself, but you know, I have all these like swirly thingies often around my Medieval Marginalia, and I don't like how that is organized, so I'm going to fix that. But it's using the same color scheme as this guy and my other ones, and it's on similar fabric, and so they all kind of go together. So there'll be like a whole moment. There'll be a Medieval Marginalia moment because I like alliteration, and I might start selling like I don't know. I was thinking I might start selling like a bundle of all of them. If you buy all of them, you get a slight discount. But then that's not fair to folks who have bought them all individually, because some people have, which is very nice of them. Okay, the other thing that I did that was stitchy related, which isn't actually stitching, is those of you who've been with me for a while and has saw this video may remember that I was in Idaho in August to be with my aunt as she was dying, basically. And she gifted me this whip, which is an embroidery and cross stitch whip, not counted cross stitch, just cross stitch. And I will show you this is what it will look like. And it's printed on the canvas. And when she gave it to me, it was all of the flosses. Now I've made them very neat. All the flosses were just loose, tied in a knot, like they were in bunches tied in a knot with a tape attached to them with the letter, with the color letter. And so what I did was I put them all on floss drops and braided them on a ring. So now these are all in alphabetical order because it's all alphabets. Although the reason I didn't do this one is because I couldn't figure out if that was a D or an O. I think it's a D, but I'll have to look at the pattern and I didn't have a chance to do that. So the rest of these are all labeled and in order. And that's what I worked on. That actually took me a little amount of time. And if anyone's wondering, like my floss drops, I just collect cardboard packages. And if they're at all attractive, I will punch them out. And then I have a little basket of circles. And when I need to have floss drops, I'll just punch a hole. I do have some really kind of pretty ones. I have been gifted some floss drops that I also use on other projects. And there was the great floss drop swap from several years ago that was people sending out like basically business cards that they turned into floss drops. And so I have hundreds of, sorry, I have a little cut there. I have hundreds of my own that nobody wanted because they're really creepy. And I have a bunch from other people, and they're a part of my Lady and the Unicorn Haid that I have not worked on in a couple weeks, but I'm sort of jonesing for when my model stitch is done. So anyway, I have now floss dropped this up. These are very neat and tidy, and I like them. And they all live in the bag with the project. And I'll just show you again how far my aunt got. She did not get very far. I have a lot of work to do on this, and so I'm going to finish this in her memory. But here is what she's done. So it's mostly the crosses, really. And you can see that they are just printed crosses on there, printed X's. So I just have to go over the X's. This is not a piece I have to worry too much about. In fact, I am doing some traveling in the next 2 weekends, which is why I'm recording a Flosstube on a Tuesday. So I might actually take this with me to do on the plane. That's an idea. So anyway, that is, I might change the hoop out though. I do not like metal hoops at all. I do not like metal hoops. Sorry, this is just, I'm always afraid that they're going to rust on them. And I have some really nice wooden hoops, so I think I will just switch this out before I do anything for a nice wooden hoop. Okay, so that is kind of the work that I've been doing. I finished. Oh, and then, hold on. I'm going to pause you. I don't have them. But I also posted a video last week, which I'll put up there if I remember. We'll see how much I remember, because I upload from my phone because I don't edit or else it'll never get posted. So then I have to go back in once it's uploaded and like add all these things in. So I just need to like remember. But I posted a video last week about some stitchy cases that I made. One of them was out of a jewelry box and one of them was made out of a eyeglasses case, which I thought was pretty brilliant, if I do say so myself. Because I don't know about you, but I just have eyeglasses cases lying around because I wear eyeglasses every day. I really only wear one pair at a time. I don't like switch them out. I know some people switch them out and so need cases. My husband switches them out. He needs lots of cases. I don't switch them out, but I never get rid of the cases. Never. I never get rid of the cases. And so I just have these like cases floating around. And then I went through a phase of like those cheap online, like direct sent to you glasses. Well, I just wanted the frames. So I would pay, $10 for a frame and I'd get a glasses case. And then the frames wouldn't work, and so I wouldn't ever use the frames. And so I would just have this like glasses case. So I turned one into a stitchy case, a travel stitchy case. So like I said, that I will have posted that link. I can only post links once. And I worked on those kind of all for all last weekend, I think, multiple days. Not like 2 days ago last weekend, but like 2 weekends ago. Yeah, that's what I've done. That's what I've been doing. I fixed some things. I fixed a skirt that needed, you know, I just sort of have been doing like little things just to keep myself busy. And now I want to show you purchases. I'm going to show you purchases. Now this purchase, I got a while ago. Back in July, I hung out with some friends in Louisville, Kentucky, and we went to a glass blowing thing, and I posted although that's probably also here, I posted the ornament that I blew, right, a glass blowing. But then I also got this pen holder, and this pen holder was in the not quite perfect area, although now I love a not quite perfect thing because a handmade thing that's not quite perfect is kind of perfect. But I don't see where the imperfection is in this. But this is a pen holder, and I have been using it as a scissor holder in my stitchy spot because it's weighty. It's a little heavy. I might put like a base on it that's slightly sticky so it doesn't slide around on my table, but it's weighty. And I was always losing my scissors. Like they were always getting sort of shoved under things because I'm a mess. I'm a mess just in general. My life is messy. Surfaces, all surfaces around me get messy. And so I lose small things like this. And so this has been really great. I've been using this in my stitchy spot. So I got that. Isn't that pretty? But I don't know that I showed you that. So I thought I'd show you that. And then I did a little shopping. We have this is going to be crinkly. Hold on. Okay. We have a store called Dirt Cheap, which is regional, I think. And they basically buy pallets of unsold goods from other stores. So the big one that I know of is Target. But they have other things too. So I found this crow mask. Isn't this amazing? So I found a crow mask. I bought 2 of them. One of them I'm going to keep a crow, but the other one, and this is a long-term plan because this is all plastic. It's felted on the inside. I think I'm going to take all these feathers off and do a sort of colorful fabric bird with a black beak. I may even paint the beak. But I just thought that that would be a super fun project. We're just rip this off. Well, I don't want to rip this one off because I want to see which one's nicer. But rip off these sort of black fake leather feathers and put on a colorful array. So I got 2 of these. Hold on, it's going to be crinkly again. And then I got it into my head. Not to self-diagnose myself, but I imagine I have some sort of ADHD where I have trouble like sticking to one craft. I'm very multi-craftual. Not to diagnose myself, but I see these tendencies in myself. So I somehow got it in my head that I wanted to do Filet Lace. And that is like the old lace tablecloths that people used to make. And so I bought a kit. I bought 2 kits off of eBay. And then someone was selling a box of supplies for like $20 plus shipping. So it was like $30. So I spent about $50 total. And I got this whole box. This is including the kits. I got this whole box of this Filet Lace. Now, I'm always looking for simple handcrafts. Sorry about all the noise. I'm always looking for simple handcrafts. Oh, and let me show you like what I'm talking about here. It's this kind of lace. Right? So there are like tablecloths of this where it's like woven in and out. It's like a whole kit. Anyway, I'm always looking for handcrafts that are historical in nature that can be recreated in a classroom, because I am a big proponent of experiential learning. I am a college professor. I teach history, and I teach pre-modern history. And I'm very interested in having students get hands-on experience with pre-modern things. And so that could be making things, it could be listening to things, it could be moving around in a particular way. So I have all of these like projects in my head. Many of them are textile based. And so I'm always looking for easy, like low learning curve kind of projects. And this looks like a low learning curve kind of project. I do have a bobbin lace kit that my husband got me a couple years ago for Christmas. And I really want to do bobbin lace. And Morty from Mad Morty and the Balm, and I have been sort of going back and forth about lace making regularly, but like the learning curve for me right now is too high. Like I don't have the mental energy or time, honestly, to do bobbin lace. It just feels overwhelming. But like this kind of a thing, like how cute is this little scene? This little scene here, I might do it without the boat. I might like cut it off there. It's just weaving back and forth, and I can weave back and forth, and you know, you put it on a base where it shows you where you're going, and like there are videos about it. And so this feels like something that I could learn and then teach students. And the nice thing is that if you have supplies like the netting, you can kind of do any pattern pretty easily. The other thing I find interesting about this particular type of lace is that you can also make the net, and the net making is the same exact kind of net making that you do for fishing nets. So like this skill gives me two completely different activities. So like if I'm teaching my students about the North Sea fishing or something, right? If there's like, if I'm teaching them a text that has something about fishing in it with nets, I can teach them in class how to make a net, a fishing net, and that's sort of a hands-on thing. Anyway, so that is, I haven't started them yet because I've been very busy, but that is another thing that I got. And then the final thing that I got is Stitchy related. I got a Stitchy box. Not a Stitchy box. I got a stitching cross stitch box, because Stitchy Box is a company and it's not Stitchy Box. I got a cross stitch box from Forbidden Fiber Co. Now I love Forbidden Fiber Co cross stitch boxes, and you're gonna see 2 more this year because I always get her Advent, and I got her 12 Days of Christmas because it was like the Hobbit themed. How could I not? Well, then she's like, oh, and I have this Halloween box. It's Goonies themed. So I got this Goonies Halloween theme box, and I genuinely don't understand how it works. Because for the Advent boxes, the Christmas box, you get, it's 25 days. You get 12 pattern pieces and 12 pieces of floss, and that creates a pattern. And then on the opposite days, you get a wrapped gift. And it includes you start out with like the fabric and like a project bag, and then other things that go along with this kit. This one is not, I don't understand how it works. So essentially, and I haven't even opened it yet. Here, I'll show it to you. I haven't even opened it yet. I mean, I opened it, but I haven't broken the seal. Here, I haven't broken the seal. So we're going to break the seal together. But essentially what it looks like is it's a mystery pattern, and there are clues in these patterns. So I have patterns that start on October 1st, And each pattern feels like it has a floss. So that's that. But then it has all sorts of other stuff in it. And I don't know if this stuff is supposed to be a secret or if I should just crack in. So it says, sorry, I'm going to read this to you. The cross-stitch pattern, and there's other stuff too. There's a treasure map. It explains the movie of the Goonies. This and then it talks about the cross-stitch pattern. This cross-stitch pattern was made especially for this box and is individually wrapped for a little extra mystery. Open and stitch each clue in order or open and stitch them all at once. The finished pattern size is 140 by 117. So you can check the plate. Okay. You will receive the entire pattern each day with a new color added. You will also receive a bag of puzzle pieces in each envelope. Each set of pieces will combine with the pieces in previous envelopes. Once you have all the puzzle pieces, you can start putting them together to find a very special treasure map. Once your map is complete, X will mark the spot with instructions on how to find the hidden treasure. A copy of the map image has been included in envelope 13 to help. And then it tells you everything that's included in the box. And I'm sorry I just sort of read this to you, but I'm not editing, so it's staying in. But I think I just now have a box of goodies. And so the box of goodies, I think, is just like goodies. So let's see what we have. I mean, might as well just open the box with you. So I got some Amor cookies. The Fratellis are a notorious family of Italian criminals based in Astoria, Oregon. Oh, okay. I'm like, that's weird. No, she's being jokey because we're talking about pirates here. Oh, the Fratellis are from the, right, the Fratellis from the movie. And then she put the sticker on them. That's really cute. These are actually Little Red Kitchen, but she calls them Fratelli Family Restaurant. Okay. That's fun. And then she makes her own lip balm, and so there's some lip balm in there. The connection, oh, this is Baby Ruth flavored. Chunk. That's so funny. Chunk and Sloth like Baby Ruth's. Okay. Then we have a Floss Keeper. Skeleton Key Keeper. So we got that. It only has four places though, so I don't know how useful that will be in the long run. There is a piece of, I asked for a 32 count Belfast linen in Treasure Map, which is a very nice, yeah, that's actually showing up pretty nicely. It's sort of a pinky modeled. So that's a Belfast linen 32 count. And I'm assuming that's what I will stitch. It's an 1/8 yard. That's, I'm assuming, what I'll stitch the pattern on. Oh, this is great. A One-Eyed Willy needle minder. That's fun. And a bag. Project bag. And so this is Mikey and the other Goonies weren't the first ones to go in search of Willy's treasure. Chester Copperpot was a reclusive scavenger hunter from Astoria, Oregon, who went missing in the 1930s while looking for One-Eyed Willy's treasure. He was later found by the Goonies, crushed to death under a booby-trapped boulder. Luckily, the Goonies were able to escape the same fate. And then it also says that there are 13 embroidery threads, the Never Say Die pattern. Am I supposed to start this on the first? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. And then there's a Never Say Die pattern. And then there's the puzzle. Like, when am I supposed to start this? I don't know what to do. I may have to reach out because I don't know when to start this. We will email a full color PDF pattern on November 1st. So am I supposed to start it and end on Halloween? All right, I might have to reach out because I don't understand how this works. This is different than anything I've done before, and it doesn't tell me what to do. And maybe I just need to like go rogue. I like going rogue. I don't mind going rogue. But those are the things that I have done. Sorry about that last, I'm sure, very boring look at this box. I haven't gotten a box in a while. I used to get boxes like every month or every other month. And then I cut back for, you know, economic reasons and stuff reasons. So I don't know what to do with normal boxes, or even not even, I guess it's not a normal box. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I'm going to go finish my coffee, head to work, upload this. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I will not talk to you all that soon. So I actually am traveling the next 2 weekends. This coming weekend is my grandmother's funeral. And then the weekend after that is my cousin's wedding. So I'm going to Pennsylvania. I'm in Mississippi. I'm going to Pennsylvania this weekend. I'm going to Wisconsin next weekend. It's going to be a lot. And then I don't think I'm traveling really for much of anything until Christmas, winter break. So I'll be able to settle down a bit. I just feel like I've been very hectic because the beginning of this semester, so in August, I spent 2 weeks unexpectedly in Idaho. And then I was behind in my teaching, and so throughout September, I've been trying to like catch up with my teaching, and then I'm traveling 2 weekends, and so I'm hoping that life calms down. I'm hoping that good things start happening. We keep getting bad news in my family, and I'm just hoping that things calm down and everyone is happy. That's my hope. Just hope that with me. I'm not religious, so I don't pray. I just hope. I just, I try to be optimistic. All right, that's enough of that. No need to be a downer. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed my brooches, my broccoli and garlic brooches. I love them so much. I got these from when I was in Idaho. My aunt wanted us to go through her jewelry box, and I love brooches, and like garlic and broccoli brooches just make me laugh so hard. So I took them and I'm wearing them today. So I'm wearing green. I figured it matched. All right, friends, I'll talk to you soon. And yeah, I'll keep in touch. I need to go through, I'm just babbling. I need to go through your comments and respond to them. Thank you everyone who sent me condolences. I appreciate that. I will go through and read them all and like them all. Anyway, but I'm going to upload this because I'm going to forget where I need to put in all those extra videos and stuff. So I will talk to you later. Please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.